To me, family is everything. Growing up, my mother and father were my mentors. They gave me boundless support, inspiration, and good values. They were my anchors in the uncertainty of Hollywood and the creative life of an actor. Our parents, they give us so much. As they age, they deserve to live their retirement years as healthy and independent as possible. Yet the needs of an aging population will soon overwhelm our country's ability to provide the support and care that they so rightfully deserve. We have an obligation to our parents and to the next generation of elderly to ensure that they get the best possible health care. Fortunately, exciting new technologies coming in the next 5 to 10 years offer the potential to dramatically improve the quality of care we can provide. The video that you're about to watch will give you a glimpse into what those technologies will mean for your family and mine. What you'll see is all possible, and we can and must make it happen through vision and leadership.
My dad, he's a tough cookie. He's somebody we're very proud of. He went to the war, came back, got into the wine industry. Here's a guy who worked all his life to build a wonderful home for 4 of us. Now my sisters live out in Arizona. My daughter's off into college.
I like to call him abuelito. Abuelito means little grandfather. I've been calling him that, gosh, since before I can remember.
I mean, he was the guy that was always there. He was the one that was always trying to help people. And now he's the one that needs help. We asked him to move in with us. No.
I mean, why? This is my home. I don't want to leave this place. I don't want to bother them. They have their own life to live. They are very busy. The kids in school, they have their own business.
We have the two nurseries that we're dealing with.
And we barely have time during the weekday to see Ernesto because we're so busy.
So we find ourselves now an hour away from Dad, which creates a problem. And at the same time, we find that he needs our support, needs our help.
Well, I'm 87 years old, so I'm no spring chicken.
For a man of 87, Ernesto's not in bad shape. He's got typical problems we'd associate with a man in his 80s, which would be congestive heart failure, arthritis, some cognitive impairment.
Oh, gosh, it's so much to think about. I mean, we have to know if he's, eating, drinking, moving around, can't pay his bills on time, make sure he's taking all of his medicine.
He takes medicines in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. Sometimes he has to take 2 pills.
That's pretty typical for a man of his age, almost 90.
It's confusing for me, and I know overwhelming for him.
But see, this is where we were fortunate to find out what the Caregiver Network.
Well, the Caregiver Network, it's my mom, my dad, and I, and the doctors and his staff.
My part in that team is to be there to answer any questions I can, to give any kind of patient teaching I can, and to train the family in caregiving. We rely on these people because they're there with the patient a lot more than we are. They see things we don't. So it's important for us all to work together. The Caregiver Network is 2 things. It's people supported by technology.
Because now he has a monitor that tells him when to take his medicines.
He's got a special watch. The watch monitors his vital signs, and it also acts as an alert.
He just prompts him to take his meds. It tells him whether or not to take it with water, to take it with food. That's that's a lifesaver.
Well, the house is networked with sensors all around, so it gives us a real good picture of what's happening in the house.
We don't have to be close by to see it. We can be anywhere. But Ernesto has to give us permission. He's allowing us to go in there.
We just look at the computer, it's right there, stats, everything we need to know is right there. We got your shipment in yesterday. Right. Well, no, I'll be sending it today, later this afternoon.
So we know, everything's okay health-wise with him. It tells us about his activities.
It's like a log of everything that happens.
For example, let's say he's, cooking and he leaves the stove on. The sensors turn it off.
These are things that we worry about because, you know, his mind is not what it used to be.
It is more than just vital signs. It's monitoring people over long periods of time to assess their abrupt changes in abilities, activities, behavior.
All the information that's accumulated is in one database.
Good morning.
When Ernesto does come in to see us, we will have an updated record of everything that has happened to him.
How are you doing, Ernesto?
Very good.
It's been a few months.
Yes.
Everything going okay?
So it's all there for Dr. Levy to view when he does see Ernesto.
And you saw your cardiologist.
Yeah.
Well, everything seems to check out fine there. Let's check you out.
Okay.
No pain anywhere? I've only been Ernesto's doctor for about a year, but I think he'd be surprised on how well I know him medically.
Again?
I knew his heart attack was a year ago. I knew what medications he was on. I knew what operations he had.
So everyone knows what his medications are, what he's taking, when he's taking. We can just sit and talk. If we have any questions, we're able to go in there, talk to the staff.
If there's a change in medication, I'll explain it to him and why we've changed the medication. There's also a public side of it where the family can access related information, connect and talk to other caregivers, see what works, share ideas. It's a great resource.
I just like the fact that I'm not alone in this. I can ask questions of other people that have faced this situation before, and that's a great help.
But with everything else that's going on, yeah, Adriana has diabetes, so she just sort of like, you know, doesn't give it the importance that it should be because she doesn't want us to worry.
Yes, I have diabetes, and it's something you can't escape. You know, it's a part of my daily routine. Were you able to finish everything today? I do my blood levels. I send them out to my doctor. And it automatically goes into my records. And if anything's different, I know I'm going to get a call from her.
It's not a major concern, but your levels are trending higher than I'd like to see. How are you doing with your exercise program?
Well, it's been really rough lately. It keeps me honest.
I don't like that one.
You're gonna throw it down. Hey.
The one thing about my dad is that he loves playing cards.
Oh, that he never forgets, his cards.
He loves solitaire.
After talking with the family, we found out Ernesto was really into cards. So we set him up with a solitaire game on the computer, an embedded assessment tool. That way I can monitor his dexterity, his reaction time, cognitive function, and it gives me an idea of how he's doing.
My doctor, he thinks it's good for me. I don't know if it's good for me or not, but I love it. Don't interfere. I play all kinds of games, and mostly poker. Alberto comes in on Thursdays when he can, and we play here. But most of the time, I just play on the line. I play not only with Alberto, I play with anybody. What do you have?
3 of a kind.
I beat you this time.
He's got this whole social network, this online community. He's made so many friends, and you know, before when he couldn't drive, it was disheartening. He couldn't meet with anybody or talk to anyone besides us, and now he can, and he does.
For his age, he's doing remarkably well.
His quality of life is just fantastic. Hola, Papa.
Hola, Roberto.
To see his face beaming and because of the technology that we brought into the house, because of Dr. Levy, because of the caregiver network.
The network makes a tremendous difference. Ernesto's happier, he's healthier, he's more engaged, he's getting better medical care. We're catching things before they become a problem.
We're gearing up for his birthday.
Big party.
Oh, yeah. In fact, Tina's coming over.
I think I'm going to be 87 years old. I don't know how in the hell that happened.
We all feel the same way. I mean, we're just so pleased with how this whole situation has worked out. I mean, we never thought it would turn out this way.
Even if my family lives far, far away, it doesn't matter because I feel connected with them, you know.
We want to give him what he gave to us. And that quality of life that he gave us, we're giving back to him.